Fort Mitchell City Council. I'm Mayor Jude Heeman. Today is September the 15th, 2025. And to my right is our City Administrator, Edwin King.
Good evening.
To his right is Amy Gunther, our City Clerk.
Good evening.
And to my left is our City Attorney, Olivia Amlong.
Good evening.
Amy, would you do a roll?
Mr. Arlinghouse?
Here.
Ms. Berger?
Here.
Mr. Dethridge?
Here.
Mr. Dietrich?
Here.
Ms. Stockhazel?
Here.
Mr. Polkiers?
Here.
Dr. Root?
We have everyone present. Council, you received the agenda tonight. Mr. Dietrich?
Second.
Second, Ms. Stockhazel. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, motion carries. Council received the minutes from the August 25th, 2025 meeting. Is there any corrections to the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Mr. Dethridge?
A second.
Second, Dr. Rhodey. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, motion carries. The next on the agenda is an opportunity for any citizens and guests that we wish to address council. If you wish to do so, we'll take one at a time, and you come up to the podium and introduce yourself. Is there anyone that wishes to address council? Yes, sir.
Hello, good evening. My name is Isaiah Gunther. I work with a company called Rapid Risk Reduction. The reason why I'm here today is that I built a relationship with Vicki through BNI. And in our company, we distribute one box opioid reversal kits. And the one box is really unique. The cool part about it is it fits any type of Narcan, but it creates a community of first responders. And so we have plenty of data across the United States. We have over 20,000 boxes, 300 lives saved. And I want to bring them here to Northern Kentucky. Our team of grant writers have already written a grant for $10,000 for the city of Fort Mitchell through Foundation for Healthy Kentucky. $2,000 of this is written for the fire department, but $7,500 goes towards the opioid reversal kits. So today I just wanted to take a second, introduce it. I wanted to show you guys, but more importantly, I wanted to make it well known that I chose to start here because of my relationship with Vicki, and Fort Mitchell, from what I know, leads the way and does a great job here in Northern Kentucky. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So you kind of want to explain a little bit how this
Yeah.
works?
Yeah, I was going to say, that was just, that's all right.
I said like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah,
of
so,
course.
yeah, how do you, where did this start? How did this start, and where do you give them out and things?
Absolutely.
Start.
So the one box actually started in West Virginia, actually at the University of Charleston. The student president of University of Charleston saw a student overdose, and she immediately changed careers and started leading the West Virginia Drug Institute. And so now they have actually placed these on every campus in the state of West Virginia, but these are on major campuses like Georgia, Clemson, Duke. And the woman actually in this video, if you guys don't know Jan Rader, she is from Huntington, West Virginia. She was the fire chief at Huntington, West Virginia, and she's actually known. She was top 100 people, most influential people in the country in New York Times, and she's the one actually teaching. And so this box will immediately, in 60 seconds, train somebody on how to use this. But more importantly, it has a training module, so we can actually mass train. And then this also has a Spanish version. So the life expectancy of this is 5 to 7 years. It's $18 per year for the city. And we have noticed in County of Wilson, North Carolina, the first year they implemented this, there's over 700 boxes. We implemented this. We saw a 40% decrease in just emergency room visits on opioids. So this is it's a major tool. It's going to be next to every AED, every fire extinguisher in the country in the next 3 to 5 years. And we get a chance to be the first ones to put it in Northern Kentucky. So the cool part is this is 50 boxes. No funds need to be put up. There's actually extra funds so that we can actually do a pilot. And then as the new year runs around, the next steps is how do we, eventually move these into more places. But 50 boxes.
So what is your ask of us, real quick, just so I understand, where is that box? Where are you asking that box to be placed? At people's houses, in their cars, in the parks, or where are you?
Actually, we can help in any way, but most of the emergency response team knows exactly where to place it. Actually, when we were first here, they were like, I know we try to target public areas like libraries and places like that, but we could, I mean, they can go as far as in bars and restaurants. You can actually hang it up and just put it right next to an AED, or you can keep it hidden. And so the first thing that we do is we use a heat map, and we find out even in Fort Mitchell or in just northern Kentucky, where are the hottest places that have seen opioid overdoses, and then, you know, we go from there. So my ask is really just, I've actually been emailing and reaching out, and I know that, you know, people are busy, and so my ask is just, if we want to, if this is something we want to move forward with, then let's do it. If not, then, you know, we can find another place to start. But this is an amazing place, and I think Fort Mitchell is the perfect place to start.
Yeah, and if the box is used, then you said the Northern Kentucky Health Department replenishes
Absolutely.
what
Yeah.
goes in there.
Absolutely. The naloxone, the Narcan, they've got plenty of it. So it comes with PPE. It actually comes with 3 pieces of PPE, so gloves, mask, and wipes. But yeah, you can fit any, and they said that they'll refill it at no cost. We just let them know. But it even has a code on the back, so we can even record and know when we're saving lives. So you'll know when your box has been used, but more importantly, how many lives it's been able to save.
And if we don't have 50 locations within the city, what is our option?
50 locations anywhere that we see fit. We can partner with Florence, we can partner with Covington, we can partner with, you name it, a union. I mean, this is something that's eventually going to be everywhere. Everywhere you see a fire extinguisher or an AED, the first part is it's new. So it's a small pilot that we need to start with.
So are you saying is the city would be a signatory to the grant, and then you would help find the 50 locations?
Absolutely, yeah. We have an entire team that is willing to help out. But, you know, most of the time for this 50, I mean, I'm sure we can find 50 places to put it within the next couple of hours.
And then with the grant that you've written, there's no expense to the city, correct?
Absolutely not. No, the $7,500 is going to be written, but this is a $9,500 grant. The other $2,000 is going to go towards the fire department, really to be used for anything necessary, but it's more about the support and the time that we're going to take to actually go out and place them. But I promise we'll need 50 more boxes next week.
That's amazing information. I do believe that this saves lives. And I think maybe what we could do is, while you're in the back there, we'll coordinate with the chiefs that are here and maybe coordinate a meeting to come back in. And so we kind of come up with a game plan of how we do this and implement this.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, this is the easiest way for me. I know everybody's going to be here for a second, so it's the easiest way.
Good, thank you.
Thank you so
Right.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
coming
you.
up.
Yes, sir.
Hello, my name is Luther Steele, Go Blue. I just want to thank the council. We got the letter. You guys are people of your word, which is rare nowadays. But I'm just here to thank you guys. You know, we got the letter. You guys have already started. The big hole that I have to replace my shocks, it was $560, because you have to do both, not just the work. You guys filled it with something, so that was a good thing. Thank you. I'm just here to say thank you. I'm proud to be a resident of Fort Mitchell.
And you're talking about Chelsea, correct? Chelsea Road?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. I mean, you guys said it. I told them. Yeah. Right. I said, no. It's in there. I mentioned Mr. King, and he says, you know, I'm holding. I believe him. And they said, okay. And then the letter came, and they said, okay, you're not so full of it. Thank you.
And when it gets really started, we don't want
you.
everybody coming up and going,
It's a mess.
it's a mess.
No,
It's going to get worse before it gets better, I
It was in
promise.
the letter.
I know.
The plan, we'll deal with the residents. They'll park on the grass, because we had to do that when we blacktop everything. You know,
Yep.
we'll do that part. We just thank you guys for
You're welcome. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming up.
Thank you very much for coming up, Luther.
Is there anyone else wishes to address council?
Thanks, Council. I'm Rob McMath. I live in the primitive hinterlands of Ashton Road. And I'm gonna be the guy that's gonna come up here and say, man, I got a mess. Thank you. No, seriously, I live at the end of Ashton Road. If you're not aware, Beechwood School is, as you go down Beechwood, it's bounded by, towards the back, Page Road, and then Page Road dead ends into the dead end of Ashton Road. I live at the other dead end. The other night, this is an FYI, I sent an email to, I don't know, I was trying to figure out which committee was the best committee for this. So, let's see here. Kim, you got a copy. Greg, you got a copy. I copied just Superintendent Kaiser and Police Chief Nader. Hats off to Chief Nader, by the way. The turnaround, cars are getting tagged. That's very helpful, without having to call that in. The other night, Beechwood apparently had 3 concurrent events going on. And about 8:30, I guess everything was unloading at the same time, and we had a parking lot on Page Road, which reduces Page to 1 lane essentially to get in and out both ways. I saw that as a safety issue. I walked up to the front of the line, and people were just waiting to pick up people, and they didn't know how to access 2 lanes going through. So there wasn't anything to be done there. So my request to the council is to come up with a plan or a suggestion. Should I call the police with a non-emergency saying, hey, we just have a situation here. You want to try to help do some traffic control on it? But I just see this as an ongoing issue. So I'm bringing it before council. You guys have an email. Certainly don't need an answer right now.
Mr. McGrath, I didn't receive an email from you.
I did
don't know
not
if you
either.
want to resend
Yeah.
it, I didn't get anything.
Yeah, neither did I. I appreciate you reaching out. I make a point to always try to respond to people, and I didn't see anything.
Well, no, I just sent
Yeah.
this. You mind? Let's see, I just sent
You
it
just
Friday,
did it.
Oh, you,
after hours. So I'm not, saying I'm just,
no, you're fine.
okay. You have to look out for that. I will go ahead and resend it,
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I just checked right now and I don't have it.
right? Right.
So to be clear, Mr. McMahon, and we can ask the chief to come up, but the cars that are staging to pick up on a high school side are parking on Page coming up and around. Or back in the day, way back, they used to, the car line would go into Page and then back out to Beechwood and do that. Is that how the cars are being picked up, or the kids are being picked up?
You could call it a clockwise route,
Yeah,
yes.
clockwise, so that's what they're doing. So what this happened is it backed up all the way along the school, along the no man's part of it, Ashton, and then down Page.
Right.
And then therefore, you can't access Page very easily because cars are lined up there.
Right, because cars, right. The egress and the entrance, it's a 1-lane path at that point.
Right.
And
No, I-
it closes,
I just want to make sure I understood.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to address council? Yes, ma'am. We've never had council this busy.
We got a busy night tonight. I like
It's
it.
nice.
My name is Helen Mall, and I live on Sherwood Drive, which is back in the Fort Side area. This seems trivial after the real complaints, but there are apartment buildings on the corner of Fort Side and Dixie, and there's a strip of land between Dixie Highway and the drive of the apartment buildings that 35 years ago when I moved in to where I live now, there was a row of trees. Over the years, the trees just aged out and were removed. Then someone planted a few more trees, but neglected them and they died and they were also removed. Now it's just a strip of pretty kind of unattended property. What I wondered was, I can't find out who owns it. to ask them if they would be willing to allow someone to do some beautification. Does the
Can I-
city own that land?
Can I clarify, I know where the apartments are and I know who owns them. Are you talking the trees that are along Dixie Highway and in the apartments, that buffer, or is it on Fort Side,
Along the Dixie Highway.
along the Dixie
Is
Highway?
it that, like, the corner when you turn out, it's very unkempt right now? Is that what you're
It
referring?
is.
I live in that neighborhood as well, so I
A
know what
long
you're talking
time
about.
ago, probably 12 years ago, my husband and I just went out there on our own and started planting. Nobody said a word except compliments, it looked better. But since that time, I can't do it by myself.
Mhm.
And I wondered, I thought at first we could ask the apartment owners to do anything about it. But I can't find out who owns the apartments.
Mhm.
So I thought maybe the city has some influence. It looks so nice along the highway where the city has planted trees and the corners of Birdsall and Pleasant Ridge and I guess that's Superior.
Mhm.
Could we have the same thing?
You know, I'm just quickly looking at the right-of-way. Unfortunately, council, the right-of-way is right at that, basically the curb of the Dixie Highway, so it's really narrow in that area. So where those trees, and this isn't absolute, but it is through Link GIS that we use, and it's pretty reliable, but it's showing that most of those trees are probably on private land and not the right-of-way. If it was the right-of-way, we probably could work with our tree board to do
At this
that.
time, there are no trees.
Yeah,
So are you saying it's government owned? or
no, so
private?
it's privately owned.
Do you think the city could approach, I guess the apartment owners own them?
They do.
I think if the city approached them, they would donate it to the city.
I doubt they'll donate their piece, but they could probably allow our tree board, to plant trees. We've done that on private, because it's a beautification for the city. So
Right.
we probably could reach out to them, but it would be at their discretion.
And on the corner, we have one of those nice stone planters. And there are a couple of trees there. One of those, my husband and I planted. But those trees are also dead or dying. And if they could come down, could we have something like they have on the corner of Pleasant Ridge or Birdsall?
Yeah, honestly, that's privately owned also, believe it or not, yeah.
Would they make a deal with you?
In that corner, I know the owner, and we are trying to make a deal right now. So we're trying to figure out some type of beautification in that area. So we are hopeful for that area, but the other trees, I'm not
It's on
sure
the
about.
plant in the fall.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
No, I understand what you're asking for. When they built the Kumpelman houses, one of the development requirements, I believe, back in the day was to actually create a berm if you go down.
That would be great. There's
Well,
a
and that was a
berm there.
requirement at the time, and so the city actually had a say to say, hey, we would like to border this, we would like, something, and so that's when that was created. Those apartments have probably been there since the 50s, I'm guessing.
Easily.
Yeah, so,
And when they were built, they were well maintained, they looked nice, but not so much now.
I
Okay.
understand.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that wishes to address council tonight? All right, we're going to move on to the city attorney's report. I think we have one resolution, 2507.
You want to read it?
No, go ahead.
All right, the only thing we have on the city attorney's report tonight is resolution 2025-07, adopting statewide emergency management mutual aid and assistance agreement.
Council, this is the standard agreement that you all have seen before. The title is self-explanatory. We just need council's authorization before we can enter into it.
Motion to approve.
Ms. Berger?
Second.
Second, Ms. Nockazel, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, motion carries. Olivia, that's your report? Under the mayor's report, I will just mention one thing that Wilson Sacrament reached back out inquiring about the SRO. I did write them a letter to say that at the time, council was supportive of an SRO. We did not budget for an SRO, but we are supportive, and if it would be something that would be coming back, at least what I relayed to them is that we felt that an SRO is not just for safety prevention. It's not just for active shooters. It's not for it is for a relationship, and those SROs build a relationship within the school, and it's not just about emergency management, which has a lot to deal with it, but it's about planning and being ready and things. So we did reach out and put, because there has been some mention that council wasn't supportive and the mayor wasn't supportive or anything else, and we quickly stated that was not the truth. So just to go on record that we put that in a letter back to them. So, all right. And that is the mayor's report. Edwin, you have anything?
I just have a couple things related to KLC. The conference is next week, the KLC conference. And then also the KLC liability grant that is still open, so we will be applying for that as well. So that's all I have.
Any questions for Edwin? No. All right, comments from council? Anything? Any department heads? Chief, we had a really nice letter that was sent up. Do you want to give council kind of a quick brief of that? Those kudos to officers, Dietz, and
Yeah, we received a call of an autistic kid that was non-communicative, that took off from his grandma's car, was able to get the locks on the charter lock. So it was kind of a critical call. Fort Wright came to help us, but our officers did a good job of quarantining the whole area and found him on the north side on Dixie Highway, and we were able to bring grandma up Virgin Night. So it was a real well job done. It was funny, two of our officers wrote about Officer Dietz in control of that situation, but it was also Officer Meyer and Officer Werner who talked about that. But those are the two that wrote the attaboy out to me to let me know. So what job well done.
I think because of the man couldn't communicate very well. One of the fears was him crossing actually 75 or anything else. And he was nervous from thought he was being in trouble from a police officer or something, and so continued to kind of escape. And so I think you guys did a really good job.
Turned out pretty good.
Good.
Great job.
Good.
Good.
That's good.
Any other thing for Chief?
Yeah.
Nope.
Thank you.
Joe, do you have anything?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple things. On Friday, October 3rd, the Hawksworth will be holding a blood drive here at the City Building parking lot. That's from 9 to 11. You can go on our website, go on our Facebook page, or call the local Hawksworth and Grandview and sign up. There's about 15 spots still available. Again, that's on Friday, October 3rd from 9 to 11 here at the City Building parking lot. And then our annual Hero Night Festival is coming up, and that'll be on Tuesday, October 7th from 4 to 9 at the DCCH Center Fairgrounds at 75 Orphanage Road. That's arguably our second biggest event of the year, only next to our parade. We have food, drinks, plenty of police and fire there. It's like a big, huge toucher truck, if you will. Demos. It's a really good time. And again, that's Tuesday, October 7th from 4 to 9 at Children's Home at 75 Orphanage Road. That's all I have.
Thank you, Joe.
One thing with Joe up here is, did everybody see the video that we have?
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
So Joe and Edwin really worked on that and planning that. You could see that was taken at different times and things. And some people question, why would Fort Mitchell need such a video? But I think in today's, age of just communicate, people don't read about, a long, lengthy list of what's in the community or anything else. And that quick video kind of really just highlights. And I think we can continue to add on to that in years to come. Maybe it's more about community schools and community, churches and different things that it makes our Fort Mitchell so unique. And I think this is just step one, of that. I think it says a lot. So thank you for allowing us to do that.
That video was put out on our social media. It's currently on the front page of our website. And you can go to our brand new YouTube page and you can look up at City of Fort Mitchell KY and subscribe to our YouTube page. The video
Jill. Nick, you got anything?
Our public works crew recently finished up concrete repairs on Harvard. Kind of a lot of work that went into it, but all the residents were really pleased and happy with the work that's done there. And we got a few minor things that they'll be doing, but even though it doesn't feel like it today, they're going to be getting ready for snow and ice coming, so we're going to have our vehicles in for inspections and repairs before all that gets here. And the letter that Mr. Luther was referring to was something that I sent out to the property manager of Chelsea's, and just to get out to all the residents that they're aware that the work is coming, just detailing what that process looks like. It's got my contact information on there, so if they got any questions or need anything, to get in touch with me, and we'll be getting ready to do that, start that project here soon. So excited to get that wrapped up.
Thank you.
Any questions for Nick? Well done. Thanks.
Thank you, Nick.
Amy, do you have anything?
I've been working on property taxes. They should be updated on the computer this week, and they should be mailed out next week.
Favorite time of year.
Yeah. It's like Christmas.
The exact opposite.
Chief Sluster, do you have anything?
Well, good evening. Just to bring you guys up to speed on a couple things that we did last week. We had our state ambulance inspection. Both of our ambulances passed with no issues at all, so they've been recertified for another year. All of our ground ladders and 710's aerial device ladder was also tested and recertified by a third party. So again, we passed with no issues at all, no maintenance issues for those. Our SCBAs, our self-contained breathing apparatus, also passed their annual certification and testing with no maintenance issues to report on those. We have filled our final 2 vacancies for full-time firefighter medics, one by Ms. Colin Garland, who has several years of experience that comes to us from the city of Chapel Hill, and Mr. Colin Conroe, who began, like Benny Garcia, as a high school intern from Beechwood, went to our college intern program. We hired him part-time and then hired him full-time.
Nice.
So he's come all the way through.
That's great.
Great.
And then one last thing, October is Fire Prevention Month. So we already have a lot of club that already scheduled, but we'll be in most of the schools, churches, and daycares throughout October. And the theme for this year is Charging the Fire Safety Lithium-Ion Batteries in Your Home. So watch for tips on our social media about dealing with lithium-ion batteries in your home.
Any
Thank you.
questions for?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
That's all I have.
Yeah.
Anyone else? How about a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Mr. Deckers.
Second.
Second, everyone. Mr. Arlinghouse, I'll go to you. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We are finished.